shoots, he scores! And open is Carpenter, he goes to the backhand and scores!
Hello and welcome to Gulls All Access. I'm your host, Aaron Cooney. It's been 10 years since the return of professional hockey to San Diego and a decade of one of the AHL's most heated rivalries. Deeply intertwined with the 3-decade-long rivalry of their parent clubs, the Gulls and Reign quickly ignited a fiery and often violent rivalry of their own. We look back on the foundation of this SoCal rivalry and go on the ice and behind the scenes of a recent weekend series.
Both guys swinging with no regard for humanity.
The man open is Carpenter, he goes to the backhand and
The first thing that comes to mind when I hear Ontario Reign is probably we hate them.
Every one of the games is a playoff hockey game. From McDermott to Paul Bissonnette 10 years ago. Ontario's always been a big physical team, so
it's just kind of like that old saying, like it's just someone just has that look on their face that you just don't like.
You're f***ing lucky you still have your f***ing teeth, 17.
And it's just kind of like that jersey. I'm just not a fan of it. So,
you know, every time we play those guys, it's kind of a dogfight. You know, you're kind of getting ready for war, and it's going to be kind of a gritty game. So every time we play those guys, it's one of those battle type nights, and you got to be prepared for it.
they seem to always play a Saturday-Sunday game. So you have the big Saturday game in San Diego. On Sunday, it's going to be a 2 o'clock game. And to have hockey guys play within 36 hours of each other, they don't forget too many things.
You f***ing touch my stick like that again, I'll knock your teeth out. Since when did you grow a pair, Lee? Since when did you grow a pair?
One of the memories I think of was one of my first professional games, witnessing a fight firsthand, and it was Hal versus Doty, and it's just everyone wants to win, and it's intense.
Intense matchup, fights, puck battles, chirp.
So when I hear the word rivalry, I think of the Hatfields and McCoys. But for hockey, I think, your biggest rivalry, especially in the American Hockey League, San Diego Gulls and the Ontario Reign.
I would say hate's a strong word, but when I was playing, yeah.
And here we go, heavyweight fight, Doty and Howe inside the Reign zone. He's throwing haymakers back and forth.
Being in one of these games, the Gulls versus Reign, I think it's definitely cool. There's always something happening, whether it's big hits, big fight, important goals. There's always something happening, and that's what makes the games really exciting.
Carrick in front, Gazdick scores! This one, the man open is Carpenter. He goes to the backhand and scores! How about that for a slice of fried gold?
I don't know how to explain it. You just feel the energy. Those fans, the players, like everyone is just kind of wanting to win, and those games just mean more.
Bissonnette comes with big rights. Both guys swinging with no regard for humanity. One cross after the... Oh, Bissonnette's helmet comes off, and McGrattan starts playing ping pong with his head.
Lays in with a right away to greet him with a few more.
Those are some big boy games for sure. I remember Gazdick and Doty and McDermott. you had to have your head on a swivel for sure. Definitely got ugly.
Who the are you? I'll knock your head off.
Just anytime you see the Ontario Reign on your schedule, just like any other game, I want to be as physical as I possibly can, but they also have a big boy over there who probably tries to do the same thing. So when it's time to come, we have a job to do, and we just try to kill each other in those moments.
There's a love-hate relationship with the organizations and the fan bases, and it's real. And we know that when we're playing Ontario, Ontario fans are coming down, and we play up in Ontario, our fans travel up because you want to show that pride and that connection. So it's a passionate rivalry.
Patrick Seeloff with the heavy check.
Everybody just has that extra little gear, that extra switch. It doesn't matter who you are, you're finishing every check. And it's cool because they're doing the same thing. Everybody's kind of beating the hell out of each other, so those are always exciting ones.
When I got traded here, I had a close buddy that I played with in a couple stops, Stu Bickle. He said the games against Ontario were always fun, and he's like, I think you'll really enjoy those ones.
Gulls in rain for the first time this season, and just 4 times this year. Little home-and-home series to kick off the SoCal rivalry.
Home and home here. This is a big rivalry. I like seeing all the LA Kings fans in the stands. And tomorrow, a lot of Gulls fans are going to go up to Ontario to watch it.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's go. Come on, man. Let's go, boys. Let's go, big fella. Expect a hard game here, man. Expect a hard game. Let's go. Boys, Sino. Right, Sino, he's picking himself up still.
After a back-and-forth battle for most of the first period, Judd Caulfield opened the scoring.
They will pick it up on the other side. Caulfield's got a chance moving in. He scores! Oh, Kenny Woods open as Judd Caulfield puts it 5-hole, and San Diego takes a 1-0 lead.
You can let him know. Yeah. Yeah.
Ontario would answer, but the Gulls' offensive prowess would prove to be too much for the Reign as Nico Mijatovic, Judd Caulfield, and rookie Tim Washy lead the Gulls to a victory in Game 1 of the weekend series.
Gulls take the game 6-4. Washy mixed up with a couple of bodies afterwards, but the Gulls take Game 1.
Guys, congrats on the win. Hey, that's a big-time job to be able to come out of a game like that, and then leave with 2 points. That's the objective every time. Bruce, way to hold it down back there. Judder your horse out there, but it's got to go to Tim. Hey, boys. Best thing about hockey is we get to go play these guys again.
Yeah, we're excited. It's going to be a quick turnaround, but we know we'll go get our rest tonight. And like you said, it's a rivalry game, so it's easy to get up for those ones. Just get our rest and go back and play hard tomorrow.
It's an emotional game from the beginning. I think that both teams are fully invested in that one, and there's always something a little special when San Diego plays Ontario. So we will take our lessons from this game and carry the confidence as we move forward.
Less than 24 hours later, the clubs would meet in Ontario for Game 2 of the SoCal Rivalry Series.
Welcome inside Toyota Arena, where tonight the American Hockey League presents the SoCal Rivalry. San Diego Gulls visiting the Ontario Reign.
Using the home ice advantage, Ontario jumped to a quick 3-0 lead on San Diego. But just like their counterparts the night prior, the Gulls would battle back.
Warren has it, shoots, he scores! It's Noah Warren, his first AHL goal, and the Gulls are within 1. It's 3-2.
With only 91 seconds left in regulation, Tim Washy found a goal on the rebound to tie the game and force overtime.
San Diego ties this one up at 3. Oh, just put it to the front. Washy wouldn't be denied. Carpenter follows up too.
A Reign goal would seal the overtime victory. but the Gulls picked up a valuable point in the weekend series victory over their heated rivals.
You know, we just talked about really gutsy. And so the way we found a way to get that 5th point, obviously we want the 6th one, but the way we found a way to get the 5th point, and, you know, with travel and three games in 4 nights, it's a very good sign for our group.
I know when I first got here, it was very adamant that we won. The entire fan base, too, kind of gets up a little louder and shows up more whenever Ontario comes around. So
they always had some big defensemen that were physical. They made it hard to get to the front of the net. They finished their checks just like we were finishing ours. So, yeah, you definitely let the younger guys come in, like, give them a little, hey, not to scare them, but just to warn them, like, hey, this is going to be a big night, and just do your job, enjoy it.
Yeah, what's great about the American League and the National Hockey League is those players are transient. So they're going to play each other here in San Diego, and then it could be a month later they're playing each other up in LA. That's really a fun part about having your NHL and AHL teams so closely connected, both geographically, but also playing each other often. We play these teams a lot, so it's fun.
The more you play teams, the more you start to kind of grow a little hatred towards some of the players on the other team, or there's always just things that happen throughout the game that just spark things that carry on to the next one. So yeah, it's a growing rivalry for sure.
They put a big emphasis on the games against LA and Ontario. They really wanted you to understand that the foundation's laid in the minors against them, because a lot of those guys you're going to be playing against the rest of your career.
Kind of bleeds through the whole organization, so yeah, it means a lot. And every time we play those guys, you know, the message is there that, you know, we don't like these guys, and we take that tradition with pride. And every time we play those guys, it's, like I said, a hard-fought battle.
Because a couple of years ago, we used to play Ontario a little more, and we would play them also in preseason. We hated each other. We still do to this day.
At the end of the day, you got both teams who obviously don't like each other, but have a lot of pride in their locker rooms, their organization. So no matter who they're playing, they want to win, and at all costs too. And it definitely comes out a little bit more in those games.
You want to be in that fire where you're competing and you're doing your job to win the rivalry.
Carrick, left circle, Carrick on the backhand. Larson scores! Jacob Larson and the Gulls have won it tonight, baby, in front of a sellout crowd.
Be sure to catch the next chapter of the SoCal rivalry later this month on Star Wars Night. And now, our latest installment of Gulls Grads. This season, the Anaheim Ducks' rise to the top of the Pacific Division hasn't happened by accident. It's been built from the ground up, starting in San Diego. A wave of players developed with the Gulls in the AHL have earned their opportunity at the NHL level, bringing confidence, chemistry, and a relentless work ethic with them. Our Gulls grads have played key roles in driving the Ducks' success and proving the strength of Anaheim's development system. We start in net with Lukáš Dostál, who has been one of the most prolific Gulls grads on the Ducks roster this season. Dostál has taken on a heavier workload and shown he can handle it, consistently giving the Anaheim Ducks a chance to win, even in tough matchups. Through 21 games this season, he has posted a 13-7-1 record with a .899 save percentage and a 2.91 goals against average. Dostál has established himself as the team's clear #1 goalie and a cornerstone piece for the future, and has been a major reason Anaheim sits near the top of the Pacific Division standings. When Dostál was sidelined with injury, Ville Husso has stepped into the spotlight. Husso brings valuable NHL experience and a steady presence in goal. Over his 8 starts with the Ducks this season, Husso earned a 5-3-1 record. Husso has provided reliable support, earning 2 Player of the Game jackets by his teammates in the locker room.
It's been so much fun to be around these guys, and fun group to be a part of, and shows that we never give up.
Goaltender Vyacheslav Buteyets earned his call-up from the San Diego Gulls and the ECHL's Tulsa Oilers within a week of each other this season. He made his NHL debut when the Ducks needed more depth in goal. A milestone moment that highlights both his steady development and the organization's ability to prepare players to step up at the highest level. Olen Zellweger continues to show why he's considered one of the Ducks' most exciting young defensemen. His skating and offensive instincts stand out, as across the season, Zellweger has 5 goals and 10 assists for 15 points in 37 games, showing both the offensive instincts and the confidence to jump into the rush. Zellweger's confidence and creativity hint at a high ceiling and an impactful future role with the team. Also on the defensive side, Drew Helleson has quietly become a dependable option on the blue line. He plays a responsible, physical game and focuses on winning puck battles and making smart passes. In 33 games, he's contributed 2 goals and 7 assists for 9 points. Helleson's defensive awareness and consistency have earned him regular minutes and trust from the coaching staff. Nikita Nesterenko's season has been about steady progress. He brings a physical edge, competes hard along the boards, and continues to develop his offensive confidence. In 23 games, he's produced 1 goal and 7 assists for 8 points, playing around 12 minutes per night and contributing in all 3 zones. Up front, Sam Colangelo has been making a strong case for more NHL opportunities. Known for his shot and scoring touch, Colangelo has produced consistently at the AHL level. Through 7 appearances, he scored 1 goal while adjusting to the NHL speed and physicality. His ability has translated well, and each call-up has been another opportunity for him to show he can contribute at the next level.
On January 7th, the Ducks recalled center Tim Washy up from San Diego. Washy made his NHL debut with Anaheim on April 15, 2025, after signing a 1-year contract out of his stellar collegiate career at Western Michigan. Signed to a 2-year extension in August 2025, Washy was tied for 2nd in goals and tied for 3rd in points amongst all AHL rookies. This season, Washy leads San Diego in goals with 13 and co-leads in points with 25 in 30 AHL games at the time of his recall. Washy scored his first NHL goal to tie the game at 2 apiece against the LA Kings on January 16th. The Ducks would go on to win Game 1 of the Freeway Series in a shootout, and Washy received the game jacket by his teammates.
Yeah, just a special moment. The guys made it really, really awesome for me.
The Washy Machine!
Well, hell yeah, boy.
These San Diego Gulls grads have become the backbone of the Anaheim Ducks' success this season. Their time in the AHL allowed them to develop chemistry, confidence, and a professional approach that's now translating at the NHL level. That internal development pipeline has paid off, and it's a major reason the Ducks find themselves atop the Pacific Division so far this season. A legendary night awaits at Pechanga Arena as the San Diego Gulls host Star Wars Night on Saturday, January 31st at 6 p.m. against the Ontario Reign. The action starts early with a pre-game tailgate from 4 to 6 p.m., followed by Star Wars-themed entertainment throughout the game. The Gulls will also take the ice wearing a specialty Star Wars jersey for the night. Be there for every moment and get your tickets at sandiegogulls.com/Star Wars Night.
We're here at Viejas Outlet Center with the San Diego Gulls and the Viejas tribe for a skate night with the tribal members at San Diego's largest outdoor skating rink. This partnership actually started with a childhood friend of mine, Derek Dawson. We reconnected at the Gulls golf tournament a few years ago, and we talked about a partnership. We tried a half-season sponsorship last year, and we liked the opportunity to be involved with the first Native Heritage Night. So Viejas jumped on board, and here we are. At the first ever Native American Heritage Night for the San Diego Gulls, fans can expect a gathering out in the parking lot where tribal culture will be shared with all. Dancers, singers from various cultures, local and some far.
We're here today, the Viejas community. We got these sweet hats. We're super lucky to be out here skating with these great people, taking notes. Gauche is flying around. We're super lucky to be out here, and it should be a fun night.
There also will be Native Heritage jerseys designed by myself and a fellow councilman. native merch, and all in all a good time at the San Diego Gulls. The hat and the design came kind of trying to tie in buckskin, which was usually used for a lot of our clothing for different native cultures. And we wanted to bring in some beadwork right there, the buckskin colors. We've got our tribal seal here for Viejas and the casino logos. And all in all, a nice collaboration with the Gulls colors, the orange, our teal.
I'll use my model here, Stian Solberg. So on the front here, we got some nice leather, really good texture to the hat. Nice little shout out to the Viejas Casino Resort. So, thanks for hosting us tonight. It should be a great night.
On behalf of the Viejas Band of the Kumeyaay Nation, I'd like to present Gulliver with a special gift for Native Heritage Night, January 17th. Got yourself your own beaded medallion, homie.
Recently, a few Gulls players had the opportunity to visit some young fans at the Ronald McDonald House.
Today we're at Ronald McDonald House over at Rady Children's Hospital, and we just brought some of our players out to spend some time with the families here. We did some fun holiday crafts, handed out some prizes, and just had a good time.
We did some crafts with the kids, hand out some gifts for them, and then did a little room visit at the end, so it was good. It's really important. I think it's good to show face out in the community and have a presence and an impact, I think, in the community. Here today it was great to be with the kids and see them all smile and laugh, and I think they had a really good time, so it was fun for us too.
It's been a busy week out in the San Diego community. Last night we were at the Rady Children's Ice Rink in Liberty Station with the entire team. Tonight we had a couple guys come out here to the Ronald McDonald House. So it's just important during the holidays to spend some time with our community and with our fans, and then really just kind of spread some holiday cheer.
On December 13th, the Gulls faced off with the Henderson Silver Knights on their annual Winter Wonderland night. The night featured a number of holiday-inspired activities and kicked off with a pre-game tailgate packed with holiday fun that included a snow hill and ice sledding.
Merry Christmas!
Fans in attendance were gifted a Gulls Trapper hat giveaway and encouraged to bring stuffed animals to the game to participate in the annual teddy bear toss. A Tim Washy third-period goal triggered the party as thousands of teddy bears rained down onto the ice. All stuffed animals collected from the teddy bear toss were donated to nonprofit organizations throughout San Diego County.
Hines ahead for Matthew Phillips. He can bust in right wing side and has a man with him. Floats to Washy, moves in, shoots, he scores! Boom, boom! Tim Washy shakes the room! And the Gulls tie the game, and the teddy bears fly to the ice. And it helped add an extra man to the rush, opening things up for Tim Washy. Gulls Bowling Night, brought to you by Viejas Casino and Resort, is back. Join Gulliver and your favorite Gulls players on Sunday, February 1st from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Mira Mesa Lanes for a night filled with fun and friendly competition. Tickets and sponsorship packages are available now. For more information, visit sandiegogulls.com/bowling. Space is limited. Reserve your spot today. All proceeds benefit the San Diego Gulls Foundation.
The Spangler Cup is an annual 6-team invitational ice hockey tournament held in Davos, Switzerland, hosted by the Swiss hockey team HC Davos. The event takes place over 5 days starting December 26th and the championship game held on New Year's Eve.
teams from around the globe accept invites to participate in the yearly tournament, with the Canadian team inviting many current pros from around the globe. Nicholas Brouillard was one of 11 AHL players who accepted an invitation to represent their home country. It wasn't an easy transition for Nicholas. He flew to Switzerland and was thrown right onto the ice.
You get there, I think I got there on the 23rd, and from San Diego, it's quite the flight. And also it's a 9-hour time difference, so you got to get used to that fast. And then you only have one practice with the same group, on the 25th, and then you play right away on the 26th. And then if you win, you get a day off and you play on the 28th, and if you lose, you get to play the very next day. So it's definitely an adjustment. Also playing on the big ice, time difference with all new players. It definitely is a little bit hard, but we're all good players, so it is expected for us to do it. But overall, just it was just a really good experience.
Brouillard would go on to lead Canada to the quarterfinals of the Spangler Cup, but was defeated by HC Sparta Prague 5-1. Although not the championship he was looking for, he did earn all tournament team honors, finishing with a goal and an assist over his 3 games played. While it wasn't the result he was looking for, representing his country was the ultimate trophy.
It was a great experience. Like I said, anytime you can represent your country, you do it proudly, and I can only say good things about this experience. Like I said, I wore that jersey proudly, and for me to be able to succeed, and for me it was going there, have a great experience, but I also wanted to perform and to prove myself, and that's exactly what I did.
At age 30, Brouillard took a different route than his fellow countrymen to wear the Team Canada sweater proudly, but it's something he will remember forever.
It shows a lot of character from my side. It's a lot of perseverance and a lot of belief in myself. Because when I was there and guys got to know that I played U Sport and now I'm there representing my country, they're a little bit surprised. But it's just, for sure, I'm proud of myself. I think looking back, I made the decision to quit pro and go back to school, so that meant I had a lot of belief in myself, because I know I wanted to get back pro after a Canadian college hockey. And I know a lot of guys are not making it to the AHL from Canadian Hockey College, but I always believed in myself. And I think that's the biggest thing, if you can believe in yourself and persevere and have character, you're definitely gonna have success.
Even being half a world away couldn't keep Nicholas from cheering on the Gulls while he was gone.
While I was away, I was looking at the score at every game. Even sometimes waking up in the middle of the night at 4 because of the time difference, and then the Gulls were playing here at 7. So. Especially, I'm really proud of the team, especially how they handled themselves in Tucson after that 3-0 deficit going into the third. It just shows how much character this team have, and how much belief in ourselves we have, because we've been trailing a lot of games going into the third. By 3 goals, it's a lot, but we're never out of things, and I think that the goals show that again.
It's an experience Nicholas Brouillard will never forget as he continues his professional career. I'm now joined by Gulls color analyst B.J. MacPherson. Well, B.J., we're past that Christmas point, the unofficial half point of the season. The Gulls are off to one of their best starts through Christmas with the 11 wins, and now keep rolling along into a playoff spot, sitting right now in the Pacific Division standings. I just want to get your thoughts as you look at this. Early impressions of this Gulls group and what we've seen so far.
Well, at this call at the halfway point, for me, it's the depth of this hockey team. 4 lines you can roll at any given time. 6 defensemen out there, and you just flip a coin for the goalies right now in my eyes, but it's the depth of the team.
You see any, early season MVP prospects for this team? Is there a guy that stood out to you the most?
Judd Codfield, old-fashioned hard work. Last year, he had a little bit of bad luck because the hard work was there. Just couldn't put the puck in the ocean from a boat. This year, his hard work pays off. What I love about Judd Codfield is you look at his goal scoring, not on the power play. He plays 5-on-5 hockey, penalty kill. He blocks shots. Tough, hard nose. Again, big size, his skating ability. Judd Codfield, he's brought a lot this year.
Justin Bailey was brought back to the Gulls, brought in last year to help in the offense, and he's been that injection again. 6 game-winning goals, as he's the man that set a new record for a single season with the Gulls, doing exactly what he's brought here to do. What do you see from him? Even just the offense, but I think also kind of that spark for the locker room at times.
Yeah, the most exciting player in the American Hockey League. When he picks up that puck in the neutral zone and he starts going, his elbows are flying, the shirt starts going in the wind. You know, he brings the speed, he brings excitement. Already 6-game winning goals, and we're not even at the halfway point. Justin Bale is, again, he's brought a lot to the table.
Now, Sasha Passageoff, another one of those guys, maybe one of the most skilled guys in this league. What does he bring? I mean, another guy, he kind of drives that line with Justin Bailey, have quickly found chemistry.
Well, Sasha Passageoff, for me, is probably the smartest player I see playing from the visiting teams to the Gulls. He gets that puck before he gets the puck. For me, I always watch his head on a swivel. He's looking to make the play before he picks up that puck. He makes plays that a lot of players don't even think about. I mean, Sasha Passageoff, he's got a gift that he's got, his mindset in hockey. One of those things you really can't teach.
Matthew Phillips is another one of those highly skilled, hired guns, highly coveted around the American Hockey League. The Gulls brought him in on a 2-year deal. We know he can put up points. What have you seen from him?
Well, one of the big things I want to say about him, it's not always the size of the dog, it's the size of the fight in the dog. You know, he's not the biggest player, but he's the first guy in the corner. He never lets up. And his skill set alone, as a forward, you're lucky to get to play with guys like him because he's always looking to make the play. And he is a hired gun that's worth it.
Any surprises on this roster that's jumped out to you in that method as well?
Well, I don't know if you're going to say surprise, but I'll go back on the blue line and say Solberg. You know, a European defenseman coming here to the United States playing in American Hockey League can be big and scary. Not so much for him. He's one of those defensemen. He makes a pass and the players come in to finish your check on him. Don't think you're getting an easy hit on him. He's the one that reverses the check back at you. For me, Solberg's one of those guys. He's really taken the piece of the pie, and he's taken a bigger one.
BJ, you've seen 10 years of Gulls hockey and now watching this team. How far can this group go in terms of sitting right now, kind of the bottom of the playoff picture, but still a lot of hockey to be played. We still got a couple months to go.
Well, what's scary is from the start of this year, I don't think the Gulls were getting the points of what they were putting into the games. I think they were a little bit unlucky. In the overtimes, the record wasn't that good. But you look in the last 5, 7, 9 games, this team is a tough team to play against. Talk about time and space. They take it away, make it hard for teams to play. You don't want to play against the San Diego Gulls come playoff time because it's the type of team you get a little bit of spark underneath them. We talk about the goaltending, but it's a team you do not want to play come playoff time.
Still got about 4 months of hockey left, BJ. What do the Gulls need to improve on to really be that contender in the Pacific Division Western Conference when you start talking Calder Cup playoff picture?
Well, when you talk that way, it's consistency. You did it on a Friday night. You got to do it Saturday afternoon. You got to get ready for Wednesday. And the consistency in this team is what's really driven them in the last 10 games. Starts from the penalty kill, and it keeps going on. Special teams is big. Penalty kill is big. It's going to leak over to the power play as well.
Thanks, BJ. That's going to do it for this show. Join us next month for an all-new episode. Thanks for watching Gulls All Access.